Welcome guys, this is the Black Crusader coming straight from the warp. I'm going to have a little army showcase today for you of my Black Legion. I don't completely know how many points there are altogether. From just what you see is what you get, but they usually keep to 1,000, 1,500 point games, and usually this is more than enough stuff for me to swap around a little bit. Full disclosure before we go into the army showcase, I am not the best painter. I am a little bit colorblind when it comes to certain hues and colors, so that's why I primarily picked the Black Legion, because you know, I can still see black and white for the most part, and gold and metal. Oh, maybe I'm not that much colorblind, but anyway. On the other side, this army was also a little bit old when I got it. I mean, I collected it through the years, then I kind of stopped, then I moved to Australia, couldn't you know, find anything to do. So I decided to get back into the hobby, got my parents to send over the old army, and then I just started repainting them. I'll be completely honest, some of the models I haven't even stripped to begin with. I just kind of painted over the Black Legion color scheme. What I can say about the army is that I believe every single model in this army is in some way converted, because for me personally, I really hate having models that look exactly like my opponents. But how about we stop the talking and get through this little army showcase, shall we? Alright, let me just get the camera on here. So, the first thing we have here is our little Lords of the Black Crusade. Starting from right to left, we have a very typical little Chaos Lord with a power sword. Next to him is my first converted champion of Chaos. He's basically cool. He looks pretty neat. He has some mutated legs, power claw, or sorry, that's Orky, lightning claw, and a mutated arm that I kind of double as the Burning Brand of Scalatrax. We have a Chaos Sorcerer with a Spell Familiar behind him. And we have another Chaos Lord of Khorne in Terminator armor. Now, as you can see, most of these guys were converted in Bits Bashed, sorry. I'm kind of proud of how this guy turned out. He kind of is reminiscent of Abaddon with the whole claw here. I kind of stole the idea for the great Demon X thing from the Demon Prince from another YouTuber whose link to the video I will share if I can find it again. This guy was a especially fun little conversion that kind of surprised me at the end. He's basically made from the leftovers when you make your first Demon Prince. So it's just basically a plastic card with a whole lot of green stuff that makes him look like he's just exiting from a portal. Then we have the meat and bone of the army, so to speak. We have the Chosen, because you can't go wrong with Chosen in a Black Legion formation. So each of these squads is exactly like the other. We have a badass champion with a lightning claw and some form of combi weapon. I believe it's a combi flamer. And each squad has a meltagun and a flamer. As you can see, like each of this, I tried to convert them to make them look like they have been in the warp for a while, so they are battle damage. This guy's missing like an arm. And of course the Rhino has a custom-made Havoc launcher from Imperial Guard mortars on it. Then we have the other squad, exactly the same composition. Again, a lot of conversion work went into these guys for just the simple mixing of the little bits and doodads. Another converted Rhino with its own custom Havoc launcher. And we have a unit of Raptors with two Meltaguns, because you can't go wrong with them. The champion is especially a nice centerpiece. I also double him as a Lord at times. Then we have a unit of Havocs, whose champion I kind of honestly double as a Warpsmith at times when I really feel like experimenting a little bit. Oops, my light went off. But yeah, 3 missile launchers and an autocannon in there. I find that the Imperial Guard heavy weapons team is really great for just bits bashing and making your own little heavy weapon squads. And on this side we have a unit of Noise Marines. I've been recently fielding these guys, had a lot of fun with them. The Blastmaster is so brutal. I just love these guys. Then we have the converted Dark Vengeance Hellbrute. I didn't do too much with him, just added the autocannon on, the banner, and these things are actually from the Defiler kit, and I just think he looks like a good figure on the battlefield. I also have a custom-made Defiler a little bit. He kind of reminds me of a mini Brass Scorpions, and that's what my friends say as well. Really like this guy, I like fielding him. I'm one of those people who believes the Defiler is better than a Soul Grinder, so you know, sue me. We have a unit of 3 Khorne Terminators with a Power Fist and 2 Power Axes and all combi weapons and stuff. Really like how the guys turned out. I don't really like using the skull rack on them too much because I think it makes them look a little bit stupid. But I do like the look and feel of the World Eater helmets. And at the back we have like a little bit of a possessed tank, Land Raider. And now the story behind why this guy has so much stuff, I guess, on him is because I actually bought him from a good friend of mine overseas, and he had an Emperor's Children color scheme on it, and the tank was quite damaged, so I needed to like repair all the seals here, and I believe this thing was an Imperial icon for some reason, and so on. So yeah, that's my force of Black Crusader so far. I will be, of course, posting more updates as time goes on. I got a bunch of cultists and demons and spawn in the background ready to be completely painted and join the army. But yeah, tell me what you think. How do you like the army? Does it do the Black Crusade proud? And I will be catching you next time on YouTube. Comment, subscribe, the whole shambig, or whatever you call it. Anyway, this is the Black Crusader signing off.